drove across the country and back. These three women. Lina, a housewife whose husband no longer wanted to touch her at all. Sloane, she and her husband brought other people into the bedroom. All the stories of men who hadn't sewn enough of their hopes. And Maggie, a girl whose first real experience of love was with her married high school teacher. The thing we can do to understand is to listen. Drove across the country and back. These three women. Lina, a housewife whose husband no longer wanted to touch her at all. Sloane, she and her husband brought other people into the bedroom. All the stories of men who hadn't sewn enough of their hopes. And Maggie, a girl whose first real experience of love was with her married high school teacher. The thing we can do to understand.
Hey, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name's Ashley. This is My Sweet Perspective. Y'all know I give my take on everything TV, movie related over here. And we are back to talk, what is this, Lord? Episode 7, y'all. Only 3 more weeks after this. I started out so strong with these 3 heifers, okay? And now I don't even know how to feel, but we are back to talk this most recent episode. And of course, I am not here alone. Let me get everybody on the stage, and we're just gonna we're gonna do it this because we've been going back to back, up and down, all of the things. How is everyone doing today? How you feeling, Kay, over there at Slice of Horror? How's your Sunday been?
Long. It's been a long day, and I'm tired. I'm tired.
Well, hopefully we'll make quick work of these 2 women, really, and a third at the end. EJ, how are you? We just got out of Tyler Perry, honey. So listen, there's that. But how has your Sunday been, EJ?
It's been going pretty good. I slept most of the day. So,
okay.
That was good.
A win is a win. A win is a win. And Tyra over there struggling.
Yeah, I am. I really am.
Just hosted an amazing live. If you didn't watch that, you'll have to go check out the replay later. But how are you doing today, Tyra?
I'm okay. Just cleaning up after Baney. He ripped a pillow and want to make sure he eat no more cushion. But we're back. We're back here and we're okay. And we're ready to talk about all this eggs, chocolate, and backseat no sheets activity with Lina.
Lord have mercy. Hey, Darfalina. Hey again. And thanks for being true blue and coming through. Okay. I didn't even intend to rhyme. You see how I'm a wordsmith over here in these streets? Hey, Vicky. Welcome back. Hey, Aisha. Hey, pretty girl. again. But y'all, we are getting into episode 7. And listen, y'all know we start here every single time. So why would this time be any different? Overall thoughts, episode 7, 2 women. I'm starting with you, EJ. What were your overall thoughts of this episode?
Well, it definitely was interesting. That's to say the least about it. Lina, it's just like too much Lina just be too much for me sometimes. Like it's like overkill of Lina, and then you add the Gia in with it. Like these two, they just tragic in their own sense. I really wish they had now I didn't need Maggie, but they should just add a little Sloane. Sorry, now I'm gonna say Sloane. They need to add a little bit of her into the mix. And I ain't talking about that one little part we got at the end. I'm talking about like really, I can't do both of them.
Listen, they're familiar spirits at this point. They are kindred, familiar spirits, and they are attracted to each other. And they would probably be friends no matter what, in whatever space and time, because I think their dysfunction calls to each other. Tyra, what were your overall thoughts of episode 7, Two Women?
I'm glad in the end we got something of substance, something that moved the narrative and the story alone. You would think with a show of this caliber and subject matter, I wouldn't be feeling so stuck a lot of the times, or like the story is lacking in progression, because we do have moments, but it just feels like in the past, like 2, maybe 3 episodes now, we have just been lingering in the sexual liberation narrative and kind of lingering in scenes in a way that I don't feel like we necessarily have to. So it was really nice to get some depth with Lina later on in this episode. But yeah, I'm over her, and yeah, I'm over it.
Listen, and I feel the same way. It's like we'll have the first 20-30 minutes, and it's interesting because they're all different directors, but the pacing is so bizarre. You'll be tired, fed up, ready to turn it off, and then it's like in the 9th hour they manage to turn it around and give you a little bitty nugget. But the question becomes, is that little bitty nugget making it worth it? Kay, what were your overall thoughts of episode 7? And was that nugget of truth towards the middle end, was it enough for you?
That was enough for me because we knew Lina was a little off for a reason. Like, we knew. So it was good to know that her whole competence is just, it's not there. Like how is it that nobody explained this to her or talked to her about this? And it explains why she has that husband of hers, but that ain't no excuse for your children with perfect strangers to go and get some. I'm not excusing her for that part, because at this point you grown enough to go out and get you some and to plan this whole thing. You got desserts and whatnot, but you ain't have nowhere to put you put your kids with strangers for that. Y'all ain't even go out to eat. Y'all ain't go stay at no nice place this time. Y'all literally met in a park. Y'all did all of this in a car, and you left your kids for that? Nah.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the thick of it. Synopsis, episode 7. This was written by Laura Eason and Lisa Today, because she's gonna have her name on everything. All right. Directed by Lisa Brulman, and this is the first time we're seeing this director's name. They giving everybody a shot. You get a show, you get a show, you get an episode. And in this episode, we are in Indiana, and I just felt shame that they had to be in my home state. You're like, because why are you there? Get out of Indiana. Like, you're corrupting it. Gia and Lina's bond is threatened by the sudden arrival of Jack and the telling of a long-held truth. Y'all, listen. Jack is back, for better or for worse. The stalker, the kind stalker has returned. And I want to know, Gia, what the hell is wrong with you? Gia's mentally ill, just like Lina. I think in a different way, but they both need psychiatric help. They both need to be on meds ASAP. Tyra, were you surprised to see Jack was back? And what did you think of Gia's response? And you guys drop it in the chat as well. What'd you think?
Absolutely not. This went exactly how I thought it would. Like, stop running from your destiny, ma'am. Okay? This is your man. Whether you like it or not, this is your man, and she knows it's her man. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess it's the way that Gia is written. There's a way to have her display wanting to push him away and disassociate from people based on, her fear of loss, or just, how she was brought up, her mother. It doesn't give that. It gives, you're just as crazy and unhinged as he is. Like, this is what you want. You want him to chase you. Are you wanting him to prove something to you? But that little switch flip of, you're crazy. You're insane. You get away from me. You're like, bring it in. Like, yeah, this toxic romance that they have going on. Will they or won't they? I want you, then I don't. It's interesting to say the least, but I'm not shocked at all that this is how Gia would behave, or she likes this man. She loves this man, and he knows it. That's why he keeps coming after her. Where are you going, girl? I love you.
I love you, girl. Okay, Jack is back, and Gia, what the hell is wrong with you? What did you think of this interaction? It didn't take him but 2 seconds. She was running back into his arms again.
I told y'all that was her man, that he was gonna come back. Cause y'all keep trying to call, y'all keep saying, no, he's crazy, he's weird, he's a stalker, he shouldn't be doing
I
that.
mean, he
And
is.
every time he come around, she be right there ready for him. That's why she don't think that he's weird, and because she is. Obviously that she attract weird people, because look at Lina.
Mhm.
Obviously you a magnet for it. And we
I told
already
you,
know
some
that girl,
spirits.
that is your man. And she need to stop, she need to get over her avoidant attachment issues and go ahead and embrace the man that's gonna love you no matter what. Her avoidant attachment is what's keeping her from this man that's on her saved way. They equally yoked, and she need to accept that.
Oh Lord, have mercy. And we're gonna have a fun game too, from a clinical perspective. EJ, Jack is back now, and let's be very clear: he's still a stalker, and he still doesn't respect boundaries. Both can be true. That is her soulmate, her man. But he's kind of lightweight a stalker. EJ, what do you think of Jack? And were you surprised to see that Jack was back?
No, I believe Jack is very persistent, and I never thought that Jack was going to go anywhere. I felt like he was going to find his way back after she left him in that room. So it doesn't surprise me at all. And I agree wholeheartedly with Kay. Absolutely, these two are like kindred spirits or something, because she really does attract these weirdo people, like people who don't have any clue of what boundaries are, and what, when someone says no, like no means no. People, like, come on now. We should know that by now. Like, stop it. Like, if I tell you no, I don't want you in my space, like, stay out of my space. The way that her face looked when old girl popped up at her house, like, that was like a you should have read all of that, but she didn't read any of that. She just went in harder. Like, I don't understand it.
Listen. And in the vein of talking and discussing mental health, we are going to play a game called What's the Diagnosis? Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario for these characters, and you're going to have 4 options, multiple choice options of how you, if you were their psychiatrist, how you would diagnose them. Okay, so starting with Lina. Lina keeps picking arguments with her husband over small matters, even when things seem to be going well. Diagnosis options: A, fear of intimacy; B, post divorce trauma; C, borderline personality disorder; or D, narcissistic personality disorder. EJ, I'm going to start with you. What say you?
I'm gonna go with none of the above. I'm getting the D on the regular and semi-regular, and I ain't got time for you no damn that's what it's giving me. But I'm gonna choose post-divorce trauma.
Okay. So EJ says B. Tyra.
I'm gonna say borderline personality disorder.
That's because she's unhinged.
She is.
Yeah.
That's because she's unhinged. Kay, Kay, what would you say?
Oh yeah, that's definitely narcissistic personality disorder is a type of borderline personality disorder, but she ain't got that trait. This is a complete personality disorder. If she ain't divorced that man yet, for sure to have that kind of trauma. We know she ain't got that much of a fear of intimacy, the way she was swirling around that chocolate for that man. So I'm a personality disorder for 300, Alex.
Okay, let's see what the answer is, because I put it on in here. Let's see what ChatGPT said. A, fear of intimacy. Lina's behavior suggests she may be pushing her partner away due to fear of getting too close or being vulnerable again after past heartbreaks. Let me just say this. This is only based on the scenario, not the character that we necessarily have seen demonstrated in the show.
Keep trusting the TTPs in them. Keep trusting.
Yeah. They're serving their
trusting in the
purpose.
artificial intelligence. They don't know how to diagnose mental health.
Skynet.
They don't have no mentality.
Let's talk about the next one. Number 2, Sloane has been hiding a significant affair from her partner, insisting it's for the good of their relationship. Diagnosis options: A, avoidant personality disorder; B, secret keeper syndrome; C, moral rationalization, or D, compulsive lying? Kay, I'm going to start with you because Kay is the clinician, so we trust her. But
don't listen to the
ChatGPT is what's
artificial
good.
intelligence on everything. If it has to do with emotions, they ain't got no emotions. Now you listen to some other things, they ain't got emotions for that. Sloane hiding an affair, for the good, actually, but actually protecting herself. I'm trying to think because these don't look like real diagnoses. I have not seen them in the DSM unless it's changed.
Girl, it's ChatGPT diagnosis. Just
yes, but I definitely have said it before that Sloane also has an avoidant attachment as to why she pump and dump with him and doesn't even want to be too close to her own man. So it's definitely avoidant attachment for me. And then you see her mom. Y'all seen her mom, right? All right.
Tyra, what say you?
I'm definitely going to be using secret keeper syndrome because it just feels like something I could say. But I'm going to go with A on this one, avoidant personality disorder. I'm going to say you got secret keeper syndrome. That's what this is.
Okay. EJ, are you riding that one, or what do you think? What say you?
I'm going with E, all of the above.
C, moral rationalization. Sloane justifies her secrecy by believing it's for the benefit of her relationship, which aligns with moral rationalization. And you guys, listen, only clinician up here on the panel is Kay. Keep that in mind. This is just for fun.
I'm an honorary clinician. Okay, I said it was A.
Lord have mercy. Easing on back down the road. D, appointments in a parking lot. Put the chocolate away, Lina, because this was disgusting. Now, I did watch it back and there were no other cars there. It did seem as though the gas station was closed. However, there's cameras there. How old are we? Did you run out of money? Was there no no-tell, motel, Holiday Inn? The fact that you are riding the rodeo show in the back of your minivan, pushing away car seats. All right. And not only that, but you took the opportunity to pawn your child. Where's my slide? My slide's not even here. I do actually have a slide, y'all, somewhere. It just didn't make it in here, of her pawning off this baby to her sister, attempting to. Sister tells her absolutely not, because I know what the hell you're about to do. All right. Then she proceeds to drop this baby off with Jack, who is a known stalker. All about this pink D that we had to see, the chocolate that she poured out, the baby wipe that she used before she mounted. I'm disgusted by the whole interaction. Lina, put the chocolate away and let's not do D appointments in parking lots anymore. Tyra, talk to me about all of this. Talk to me.
How did I know you're going to come to me first?
Because
don't come to me first, because what we're not going to do is skip over. Baby, you think you can be a big boy for me and watch your brother? And I can just, baby, we was going to leave them kids in the house alone.
She was.
We're going to leave all you little dusties in these comments, which says a whole lot, because an abundance of y'all don't roll up on these videos anyway, but somehow, somewhere, there's always a couple of dusties that want to roll up in my comments and tell me that we as a panel, we're too hard on Lina, not considering things that she's been through, her trauma, her disorder, maybe them damn gloves. I don't know. Absolutely not.
No mercy.
Absolutely not. She's unhinged. She 5150. Where are you? But we were going to leave these kids alone. Her disregarding those children says a whole lot about her mental state. I said when the incident happened, episode 1 in the kitchen, because she was trying to, be a vibrant thing. Them kids, this says a whole lot about her relationship with her husband, that he hasn't noticed how unhinged she is. Because I'm like, was she ever a whole mother? Somebody need to show me some old clips. Roll that beautiful bean footage, because I have questions. This was insane. The fact that all the family knows, and it's just like, the anxiousness, how desperate she was to see this man, to have a minute of his time. She looks like a Josephine standing at that door, begging that sister, can you please? He doesn't have, can you just watch? She is addicted. When this man, because he is, when he distanced himself from her, because we already tried in this parking lot.
Oh,
in the midst of all the grotesque sex. I just like, why? He's like telling her this isn't what you think it is. And she's like, I'm separated. I'm gonna leave I've already done it. I'm no longer gonna be Mrs. Anything. So whenever you want to separate from your spouse, so we can really be together and stop meeting for rendezvous in gas station parking lots. If you ain't got no money, just say that.
That part.
Then
brokey.
we can make this a thing. And it's just like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, or I don't want to hurt you, Lina. Like, this isn't, in so many words, he isn't directly saying it, but he's directly saying, girl, this is sex. Mm-hmm. I like sleeping with you. That's why all the loves you. I don't even know why we can say I love you when he's inside of me, but when he's not in me, he's not saying, because he doesn't, Lina. This is simply sex. But her being a mentally ill case, she can't recognize that. She is going to be in ruins when this doesn't pan out for her. I have hope that since we ended off with her kind of having an epiphany about the type of man this is versus on what type of boy he was in high school, that maybe this isn't what she thought it was all along. And maybe she'll grow up and be bigger in this moment than this sex that she's getting, that she's addicted to. This was sad. I'm sad for Lina, and I'm sad for that car. Go ahead.
The chocolate was nasty work. It was nasty work. And then it wasn't just that, but Lina, I don't want to hurt you, but girl, get the hell out of my face. I don't like you like that. Okay. Talk to me about parking lot D. And damn, I don't want to hurt you, Lina. She said, just go then. And he said, no, slow down, 10 speed, because she was ready to smash. You saw them multiple personalities come out in this car scene. Kay, talk to me about Lina in this parking lot.
Lina is a deadbeat mom, because at this point, Lina don't care about them kids. Lina don't care about that ex-husband. Lina don't even care about herself. All she cares about is giving it all up, clapping cheeks to this man who really don't even want her and like her like that. You are a piece of tail for him, and that's it. And the thing is, she really thought she did something. She's like, I gave the best, blowjob ever in life. And you gave your children to the worst babysitters in life. To a man who don't even think about you when he get to the house. Okay, he don't care. Y'all not going out to sit at a fancy restaurant. He's not buying you anything. He's not coming to your house to meet them children or to say what's up to your raggedy soon to be ex-husband. He don't want to go hang out with your mom. He don't want to go sit and meet your friends or anything like that. But he was enough that you couldn't find anybody, because I guarantee you, if Gia wouldn't have watched them kids, she would have put them in the bed and left them at the house. Mm-hmm. She's probably done it before. Okay. At this point, the kids are raising themselves. We don't know how many times she'd have fell out at the house and they had to just fend for themselves, walking around hungry and barefoot and stuff. You don't want taking their candy and they baby wipes to use them on your little sexual escapades.
Easter came early because I'm about to leave y'all here. It's like, you know what? That might be a bad idea. You think, Lina?
You're gonna be a good boy? You're gonna watch your brother? No. He was like, no. EJ,
ass cheeks and stuff all on their car seat in the area they be sitting at, coming home, getting in the car from the car rider line and stuff. They didn't ask for this.
Oh, EJ, talk to me about parking lot D. And Lina, I don't want to hurt you. Does he want to hurt her?
Listen, I'm going to be the voice of reason on this panel right now, because y'all know goodness doggone well that Lina is a good mother. Okay, like she's a good mother. She was gonna make sure that her son. I'm being serious, Ash. Like, I'm trying to make sure that I'm being serious. Okay. I'm being serious now. Yeah, Lina was doing too much, y'all. Now y'all know Lina was doing too much. You gonna go give your kids to Sloane? You know what I'm saying? Like Sloane, the person who is running away, not even like facing what's going on with herself. You know what I'm saying? You gonna leave your kids there with her. She all but said she didn't want to keep them kids. You just wasn't reading it, and and she felt like she didn't have a choice because she knew that you was going to do whatever it took to get rid of these kids. So in this sense, I'm kind of, I said Sloane, but I know Gia. But in this sense, I'm like, Gia might have actually saved the day with this one because we know she didn't want to keep them kids. And then the fact that, what was it? Girl, let me tell y'all gonna laugh at me, but I don't know what happened, but I thought it was a plum. And the first thing I was like, because I was like, what is she doing? I was like, did she stick? What was inside of that thing? And I said, he gonna get pulp. I said, girl, you gonna accidentally get some pulp inside that thing or something? He gonna be at the hospital. I was doing stuff while I was looking at that part of it. And you just kind of glance up. I was like, what is going on? Girl, that was nasty, whatever it was.
Girl, she's
chocolate
acrobat. She's like, it's very teenage. Like, look what I learned. I'm giving head for the first time. Ooh, look, I'm gonna use chocolate. This is the best time. I'm like, and he's just like, it just says a lot about his character. I love that we got a little bit of information about him, but it shows just how disconnected mentally Lina is to think that this was the long lost love of her life, and this is acceptable. This treatment.
That part.
It speaks volumes. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Because I went back to the support group and everybody's roasting me. How's your little love affair with a married man going? It doesn't last forever. It's not going to last. Yeah, it's going great. Like, we're so good together. Like, I can't wait until we meet again. We clearly know she's not fine. Everything's not fine. I just had to throw in there that.
No, it's Lina's face. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I swear. Like, oh my God. God, what white lady.
Lord. Meanwhile, Gia pearls in pregnancy because she's pregnant again by Jack because it doesn't take long. He's got the magic stroke, I guess, because every time they get busy, she pops up pregnant. We know that she had to pawn her mama pearls after we found this whole convoluted story about her mama walking to work and some old man pleasuring himself behind her. Like, it was the most random, weirdest crap ever. Like, why did we ever need to know any of that? So
I wanted y'all to help me with that because I wanted somebody on the panel has to tell me what, or in the chat or anybody commenting, please tell me what significance did that, give to Gia or the storyline?
None.
They're just nasty. Like, y'all showed it. I thought once we cut away when old crazy Jack came, we weren't going to revisit it, but we revisited at the end, and you actually show this old man's junk for what?
They're nasty. A perverse generation. But so she has to pawn her pearls, and Jack says, "Not so, baby girl. I'm not going to let you pawn those pearls. I know they're special to you. You wear them with every t-shirt you have. So I'm going to go ahead and give my car to the people. I'm going to sell my car. The only mode of transportation that we have." This is how I knew that they were a match made in heaven, because they're both dumb as boxes of rocks, right? She gets mad at first and it's like, we can't get around. It's Indiana. It's cold. Like, how are we going to? Oh, thank you. You're great. You're so great. Let's make baby number 5 at this point. EJ, talk to me about pearls and pregnancy tests, and what does this mean for Jack and Gia? Jack and Gia.
Man, Jack and Gia ain't going nowhere. I mean, exactly. But what are we doing? You are pawning your things, and you're making conscious decisions to have a child. Like, what are we doing? We don't even know anything about ourselves. We don't even know anything about the person that we're procreating with. We don't even know if we really like them. We don't even know if they'll actually pay a mortgage. We don't know nothing. Like, he can't take care of himself. He work at the Kmart. And this is no disrespect to anybody that work at the Kmart, if they still exist, or the Walmart, whatever it is. What I'm saying is that he can't take care of himself. So how we expecting him to take care of a whole human being? Like, were we just gonna be dragging this baby from city to city, from place to place? What are we doing right now? I just can't believe that we didn't take the time to buy protection. Like, that goes to the cycle that we're condom? Just. Girl, that part, why are we trying to replace babies? Like, who does that? Like, oh, okay, I lost my baby, I'm just going to replace. But you didn't even expect to be pregnant. Like, it was an oopsie, I'm going to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. I don't like her.
And Jack, why would you get her pregnant again knowing what happened last time? She miscarried in the bathroom floor and left and didn't tell you anything. I'm sure you just found some bloody remnants. Oh, gosh. Tyra.
Girl, these people don't need to procreate. What? These people don't need a baby. They don't need a baby. He knows that, and she knows that. He's in la la land. Like, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's cool, and we're gonna be Gerber baby. Like, no, this is not that. Gia pretends to be a realist in acknowledging we don't have anything. We're struggling. You work at the Kmart. My book is doing what? Like, I'm hawking stuff because clearly I'm broke. But you think of babies, and yet and still we're not using any protection. We were just, everybody knows after you're pregnant once, after you're pregnant that first time, you're open and more susceptible to being pregnant a second and a third time. The fact that we're not actively using, like, what was it? Was it like last time where it got stuck? Like, how are we pregnant again? Like,
if Richard was there, they wouldn't be, because he would have bit the wrapper open and handed him the condom.
But why? Like, why are we pregnant? And then we're actively like, they're so casual about it. Even Gia, who pretends like she has sense, we know she don't, because she like hanging out with Lina. This is just ridiculous. They're both ridiculous, but they're so ridiculous that they fit together.
Yeah.
But they can fit without having a baby. Don't put no baby through this.
Please don't.
don't torment that poor child. It needs to just be you two, and let that be that. The shenanigans need to stay there. No babies.
Amen. Kay, Gia's pearls in pregnancy. Would you be mad at Jack if he hocked the car to get your pearls out?
A normal person, probably. But if you had the mentality of Gia, because you the one had to sell your mom's pearls anyway, because the predicament you got yourself in. Okay. Don't nobody want to read that boring ass book. That's why you over here manipulating all these slow special people. As is, you spending money trying to wear all these fancy clothes, trying to hang around in high places and stuff. Places you know you ain't got no bit. You can't afford to be in some of these places. You blew up the money that they gave you. You the one didn't budget correctly. Now you got to sell something. Okay, and he didn't want you to feel bad because he already know how you get in your little feelings and want to be avoiding it and stuff. And he said, "Well, let me prevent her from having some symptoms right here and give her this, so she have something to hold on when her avoidant anxiety and stuff kick in, and she ain't do nothing but end up avoiding him and leaving anyway." He tried.
Lord. In other news, Lina goes to her mama's birthday party. Her family don't like her. None of her sisters like her. I don't even think her mama likes her. Because why would you invite him? Because mom wanted him here. Mom wanted him here. Okay. Just get in there and put the dishes in the dishwasher, Lina. That's all you're good for. Just go in there and put the dishes in the dishwasher. Even in this moment, on a serious note, Lina's the outcast of this family. It's clear, it's evident. She's sitting across the room as everyone else is engaging, lighting the candles, surrounding the mother. I was like, okay, you guys couldn't make it any clearer. She's definitely the black sheep. She's probably always been the dramatic one. When we get into unearthing what actually happened to her, these were the people who sowed that seed in her mind, that this was her fault, that she put herself in this position. Lina, you're being over dramatic. No, it's not a big deal. These are the people who did that. They don't like her.
They know, Ashley.
Oh, I think they know. Lena's too dingy to keep stuff a secret. Some of them sisters went to school with her. They look around the same age. So I'm sure the rumor, we know the rumor mill was there. So somebody knew something. But I think they put it on her. I actually felt empathy for Lina in this moment. Kay, what did you think about Lina's family and this interaction?
You could clearly see why she don't have healthy boundaries, because that would have been a boundary to say, I'm no longer with this man. He may be the father of my kids, but that don't mean that we got to bring him into the fold of everything. Okay, we ain't here. And because they don't have boundaries, and they say, I don't care. We like them still. We don't know what you got going on. Maybe you the problem. Maybe it's something wrong with you. And you see immediately when she heard wind of him, she was over there looking for some gloves again. He don't even want to touch you, and you want to put on gloves. That ain't even the one that wants you like that. And then because see, she don't want that man to see her out and about living free. She got to keep up the facade when he come around. Because she's just like, ain't nothing wrong with me now. Now he gonna come in and see I'm happy and smiling and my hands is free. Now he done came in here, the jig is up. Somebody get me some gloves. And her family ain't got no healthy boundaries. They ain't gonna look out for her and say, "Young man coming, girl, put some gloves on or something, so he ain't gonna see you looking like." No, y'all the one invited him. This why when Gia stopped answering the phone, she popped up anyway, like her ex-husband popped up to that party.
Mm-hmm. EJ, does her family like her? Do your mama like you?
No, her family absolutely does not like her. The way that her sister turned her away that quickly tells me that they don't like her. I mean, whose sister turns them away like that? Like, come on now. Your sister would have been rooting for you to go get you some adulterous D. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. She would have been rooting for you because she knows that you haven't been getting none from your husband that we invited to the party that clearly you it's just dumb. Like they hate her, as a matter of fact. It's not only that they don't like her, they absolutely hate her. Okay, because the way I would have been cussing everybody out the minute he walked up in there, like, why are you even here? Like, why are you even here? Why did you even think that this was a good idea to come? Like, it's got nothing to do with our kids. This is my mama's birthday, bro. Like, bye.
Get out of here. Tyra, does her family like her?
Lina, first of all, if you ain't got $40 to toss on the gift, you need to rethink your position in this relationship, and you over there in the back of vans. Because, ma'am, you going where with this divorce? No, they don't. They're upset at her. Like, how dare you? This lovely gentleman, because ain't nobody want you. Man. This good man came and took you off our hands, accepted all your shenanigans, your gloves, your half attempts to be he accepted you and all your shortcomings. You're never going to do any better than this man. We don't care about, how he's treating you. He not wanting to touch you, you being wet wolves. And he's saying, oh, you're going to get them kids. Because I ain't getting them kids. He's a man who took you off our hands and put you in a home. And he's taking care of you and them kids financially. What more do you want? Just accept it. This is a blessing. Who else is going to take you? We don't want you. They upset. We ain't letting go of this man. For you? Are you crazy? What are you gonna give us that he can't?
Exactly. They probably say you've been weird all your life, and ain't nobody else is gonna ever come over here.
Ain't single. They'll try to snatch that man up.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man, Savannah.
No, yeah, she said, Mama wanted him here. Okay, if the mama's rolling like that, and we already saw like where they are from that scene that we had first or second episode at the dinner table, like. This is what the family dynamic is, and this is why she's trying to cling to somebody who genuinely just loves her for her. But that man in that back seat is not the one, Lina.
He's not it. Lina said, I will not be ignored. Lina must seek help at this point, because you would never pop up to Gia's house unannounced. Are you ignoring me? Are you ghosting me because that man is leaving me and I can't handle another one leaving me? Gia, we're besties, right? We're going to go tanning tomorrow. I will not be ignored. EJ, talk to me about this. Lina needs help, but like, what would you do if Lina came to your house unannounced?
Girl, the same way. First of all, I'm a peeker out of the little peephole type of person. So she would have never got in because I would have never opened the door, and she would have probably known that I was there because I probably would have been breathing hard or something like. But I would have just never opened the door. I would have been just like, or I'm busy. Like, I don't know if I probably wouldn't say anything because that's how I am. I've literally had people knock on the door and I just don't say that and be like, I don't feel like being bothered today. I really hope it's not important. They should have called first. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the time I'll be on.
I think that's the number one rule of etiquette. Unless you are like my family, don't pop up here unannounced. Like, it just don't
even do that, family. Call me.
Yes, but
it's courtesy and it's boundaries. Again, another thing that Kay was talking about earlier. Lina has no boundaries whatsoever. Kay, talk to me about Lina popping up unannounced again for a second time, talking about you will not ignore me, Gia. I will not lose you.
Well, obviously, Gia tolerates people with no boundaries. Because, ma'am, if I didn't reply to your phone call, that means I'm busy. Because busy, and you don't even have to explain yourself because you sat there. Because Lina's like, well, what are you doing? You got time right now? Are you busy? Busy with what? If we're friends, if you busy, then tell me what you're busy with. Girl, I don't owe you nothing. Who are you? Who are you? But obviously, because Gia feels bad because deep down inside she knows she's using the poor girl anyway. So she, no, we friends. I love you because you can't really tell her that, you know, y'all are friends and all that kind of stuff. You can't even tell her, you don't even tell her what's going on with you. Deep down inside, she's using her, and in order for her to keep on using her, she still got to play nice so she can finish this damn book, because the rest of them was flops.
That's what Lina said. She said, "I'm not just your subject."
Yeah,
And
you
then
kind of are though. You kind of are.
And even before that, Jack, like, I don't know about Lina. Like, Jack,
Yeah.
Jack, how you talking about anybody?
It takes
Tyra,
one to know one.
talk to me about pop-ups, and you will not ignore me.
The way
Gia.
I went when Jack said she has a lack of boundaries. I don't know the hell. I know the hell you not. Talk about somebody not reading the room and knowing boundaries. Something's off. I think you should handle that. You need to talk to her about and then she just rolls up. Child, this poor thing. She don't have nobody. She don't have anybody. From the looks of it, she's never had anybody, and that's why these boundaries are lacking. The fact that it's, I'm not going to be ignored, Dan. You're not going to roll up in here on your fatal attraction energy, Lina. This lady don't owe you anything. But this is also Gia's fault for not setting any boundaries with her, because she's just so hungry to get this story. Nobody told you didn't have to be besties and all of this. And this is you. So now you have her showing up here. The boundary was definitely crossed when she came there with them kids. That was way above and beyond. As soon as that happened, oh girl, we're friends. We're friends. And then it's not even just like, oh, we're putting on a facade to make it seem like we went with this man to do something. Oh no, it was great. It was the best I ever had. Oh my God, I was so frisky. I gave the best head ever. Yeah, there are no boundaries here as far as, writer, confidant, author, privilege. No. In Lina's mind, we are best friends. And why didn't you tell me? Why aren't you answering the phone for me? Lina is lonely, and she is seeking love and validation and everything that she hasn't clearly, it seems like, gotten from her family or her life, child. And then she didn't get it from the husband. Now we are trying to cling to Gia, who we don't know from a can of paint. And we're trying to cling to that man who we still don't know from a can of paint. I was sad for Lina this episode.
I was too, especially when we get into the thick of it, because it explains everything. So Gia does go to this tanning appointment, and I'd refuse to put the blue picture up, but I wanted to, of Lina in the tanning space. But when we're down there and we're talking, Lina opens up about her history with Aiden, which is the, Bloody Bay, right? Mm-hmm. And is basically like, yeah, because in high school we went together, and, he missed a date, I think it was, or they didn't get to hook up and do what they wanted to do. And so she decided that she was going to go with this other guy. And this guy took her to a place where basically she was SA'd by 4 boys, right? And apparently the next day at school, they spread it all around, and Aiden never talked to her again. And so in this moment, Gia's like, you're a victim. And we hear Lina, and this was probably the saddest part of the episode. No, I'm not. This was on me. No, it's not a big deal. The heartbreak and the trauma is Aiden, right? Aiden is the issue. And Gia's like, no, you were violated by 4 different boys and then were shamed for it in school. That's the issue. No, it's not. That's not the issue. That was on me. I was dumb and I went over there. That was not it. It really wasn't that bad. It was my fault. This was heartbreaking, and the level of pushback that she gave to Gia in this moment was so telling to me. It spoke to everything I think that she's been told her whole life about who she is, right? You deserved it. Why were you over there? Why did you go with him? That was just dumb. You're dumb. And then she comes back at Gia and is like, but you act the way you act based on your trauma, but you're trying to tell me I can't act how I want to act based on mine. Or you want to tell me, and Gia's like, hold on. I did not choose for both of my parents to die before I was 24 years old. And Lina is like, but you're trying to tell me how I react to whatever trauma, in my life. This was really telling. It was really sad. This is probably the rawest, most vulnerable moment we've gotten. I really wish that this was what the show was about. Mm-hmm. Outside of all of the gratuitous smacks and all of that, let's get to the thing that's causing these behaviors. We could have done with 1-2 episodes of the outlandish, and then let's rest here. I think this would have made the show more impactful. And just a heads up, they did get renewed for a season 2. I found out yesterday.
Wow.
So they'll be back. Kay, talk to me about this situation. As a therapist who works heavily with people with traumas, what did you think of this interaction? And was Lina's response common? Is it something you see a lot?
That's called being in denial. It's when people, that's why therapy will only work if you are brave and willing enough to accept it, to accept your truth. Because there are so many people in denial of things that are going on with them. They want to be fine. They want to be okay. Nothing bothers them. Da 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 da. Sometimes those are the people that need long-term therapy. Those are the people that's going to be in therapy for at least 2 to 3 years and then start scratching the surface of what's going on because they have covered up all of their trauma. Uh, and built like a whole new life to cover everything that's what's inside. And then when you start peeling back those layers, you done triggered them and they're not ready to go to those places. And the main people that actually do not even agree with therapy are the ones who don't like peeling those layers back because they don't want to disrupt that trauma. They rather pretend it doesn't exist. But see, when you pretend something exists, the symptoms gonna come out anyway and tell on you.
Hence Lina running around in a bloody sheet. And
Running around the blood
Jesus
sheet, wearing gloves, chasing after a man that don't want her. So you can deny what happened to you all you want to, but we see it. We see something is wrong even when you don't want to see it.
Your trauma speaks. Tyra, what did you think about this moment? And is this what we needed in the show? Like, did we need more of this?
I've been waiting on this from episode 1. I've been waiting on this since that little sneak peek episode 1. The fact that they chose to show more of the other thing and less of this is an odd choice to me. It's very odd. I'm surprised, congratulations, but I'm surprised it got renewed because this was very important because we knew it was there. We knew that there had to be something going on for her to be this way. The fact that she has rationalized an assault to this magnitude and made Aiden the victim, I was like, what the hell? I was like, oh, poor Lina. Like, and it was funny because I was so over Lina this episode. Once we got all of that stuff early on, I was like, oh my God, can we please just get this over with? Then as soon as we got here, I was like, Lina, no. Oh, you poor thing. Like, I sympathized and felt for her immediately because this just made everything else fall into place. The fact that she got so defensive, the fact that she is this delusional. Anybody who has been on the channel, if you're not been on the channel and you have not seen my review for the rules of attraction, go and run it up because Lina needs to reside over there with that whole cast of folks. This was just very, very telling about the position that she's in her life. And we needed this. We needed this to identify. We need this with all the women, all 4 of them. We need this with every last one of them. Even if you wanted to, I think they should have did this first, and we would have reason to have, relatability and rationale for whatever we would have to go through later with all these, intense, long sex scenes or whatever. But if we would have got this, I would have been here with Lina and being a little bit more understanding of her condition. Even though we knew something was wrong, it says a whole lot about the role that Aiden played in it and the fact that she's been lingering and lusting over this man since 14 and waiting to get back into his grasp and good graces because I lost him and it was my fault and I'm the victim. And the fact that she this is who she wants inside of her. I was like, oh, you girl. Oh, Lina, no. I was happy for Gia to be there in that moment for somebody to tell her finally this is not what this was, and it wasn't okay. And Aiden's an asshole. I was like, oh, the fact that nobody ever told her that, it says a whole lot. And I really want her to get some help.
I do too. Yeah. This was heartbreaking. Yeah, it did make me think though, like how often we can judge someone based on their behavior when there could be an underlying trauma somewhere. EJ, did you think of that when you saw Lina's experience and kind of how we've looked at her in all the episodes up to now, and then to have this reveal? And also, what did you think of this interaction with Gia? Did it touch you in any way?
Yeah, honestly, I felt a little bit, I felt like, dang, I gave Lena a hard time this entire time. Now, not that it takes really away anything that how I feel in the sense of all the things that she doing. I mean, it is a problem, but I do have like more empathy for her because she is in a state of where she really doesn't recognize what happened to her. And the fact that she kept saying, Aiden is my trauma. Aiden is my trauma. And I'm just like, no, it's not. Like, that's not what it is. And Gia is trying to tell her that. And I was like, I was happy when Gia finally just let it out, because sometimes you try to sugarcoat things and you try to baby things, but sometimes you just got to just say it sometimes. And even though Lena still wasn't accepting of what she was trying to say to her and tried to flip it around and all that good stuff, which I thought was cute, because I was like, really, Lena, that's what we're doing. But I loved how Gia just tried to be there for her and just really wanted her to understand what really happened to her at that time. It's just really sad, because she really, and you could tell that she truly did not get it. Like, she truly is in denial. She truly really thinks that everything is about Aiden. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's just sad. I don't know. I was sad at this point. I almost had a tear in my eye. Almost.
Almost. It was. It was.
But I don't want us to internalize and go like, oh Lord, we shouldn't have said all those things. No, it's the writing is an issue. The writing is an issue. There was a way to weave things together to where there wouldn't have been such a spotlight on the lacking, because we always knew that nothing's changed. We always knew that the mental state was fragile and what was there, but that doesn't excuse behavior or what we thought about Lena before. I still think all those things.
Me too.
I do too.
I will
but
say
I could extend mercy more, because I was on her head.
I will say, I will say it mirrors real life, because we see people walk around with trauma all day long, but we don't know what happened to them. Like, we can guess, and I can assume as a therapist, I literally can look in a room of people and tell you what type of trauma you have. I may not know the exact details, but I probably know what happened to you because of your own behavior. I know that part. But in real life, we meet and see all these people that have these traumas, but we don't know the details either.
But yeah, no, what I thought was going to happen from that first episode, and when we saw her, even I think that was before I knew we were going to get one episode per whatever, I thought we were going to be getting different flashbacks with every single character. And if not every single one, at least Lina, because I don't think we do that as often with Sloane. I thought we were going to get, don't start. I thought we were going to be getting flashbacks to that incident or that era in her life, but we only did it for the romanticization of what, Aiden was. And I'm like, was that more so to service Lena and these rose-colored glasses that she has for him? But if we were going to do that little, her sliding down the wall, the bleeding, her, crying, laying on the ground or the bathroom floor, then the childhood in the hallway with the guy, like, we needed some more of that. We could have got just as much as that, or a little bit of that, which I tried to give us tenfold in sex.
Tony said something real good in the chat. He said she's still Tony Roberts says she's still stuck at the same age mentally when it happened. That's called arrested development. And most people, when something happens to them at a certain age, that's the age that they're arrested at. Whether it was an SA situation, whether they became a teen parent, whether they were in a car accident, whether they got ill. If something happened traumatic at a certain age and they never healed from it, they're going to stay stuck there with their emotional intelligence. And that's for anyone.
Yeah.
And Sloane.
Gia and the big C and self-sabotage all wrapped in one. She gets a scan, honey, and it's the end of the world. My mom died of cancer. Everybody died of cancer. Okay, this is the big one. This is the big one. And it's done at this point. It's up and it's stuck. Jack, I'm done with you. No, I'm not doing anything. If it could hurt the baby, I'm going to have this baby first. But I just need to cut everything and everyone off who loves me, cares about me, because I need to deal this alone, because I don't deserve to be loved, cared for, or any of the above. This was sick and toxic as well to me. And really, really sad and indicative again of this friendship, why they're besties. Tyra, talk to me about Gia and the big C and self-sabotage, because it was all in there.
Like in every single narrative, I don't expect anything less or more from Gia. Gia acts accordingly. Unhinged as she want to be, her reaction to everything so far is what's to be expected from Gia. Gia is gonna self-sabotage every single time and run away because she's scared. She is scared of what could be. This could be the big C. You could try to leave me destitute out here in in this dilapidated home with no car and a baby. You could, my book couldn't do like it. This is what it is. It she needs Jack.
She do. That's
Unfortunately, even though he's going about it in the most creepified way possible, stalker, she needs him. She needs somebody who is willing to chase her, willing to pull her out of this cave of every single person you love isn't going to leave you. You do deserve happiness. You don't have to self-sabotage. It's okay to expect success. It's okay to tell somebody when you're scared, when you're hurting, when you're happy, when you're sad. You don't have to just be with me or be in the moment when we're having sex or when I'm doing a small little gesture, and then it's just she's hot and cold, and she needs somebody who is just willing to get through all of that to get to who she really is trying to become. But the fact that she could be in this place and put the baby first, I was like, huh. I didn't expect that. Now, I did not expect that. I was like, oh, it's just like we're gonna wait because we're gonna think about the baby. I was like, oh, really? Okay, but yeah, I just want to know if and when he's going to continue to chase her. At least she was caught this time and he could confront her because she was going, I was going to say leave a note again. So did she leave a note? What else did she
was trying to. She was in the process of
leaving. No. I'm talking about the last time in that room.
Oh, no.
She just left, right? So yeah, this was expected, but I'm trying to see how is she expecting to live her life this way and be potentially a good mother, because this does not make for that.
She don't expect to live. I think she's like, this is her death sentence. It felt like. And I said, girl, they ain't even biopsy. They ain't looked at nothing. They ain't took a scan, and you just like, you're out of control. EJ, talk to me about Gia, the big C, and self-sabotage. What'd you think of this scene and the subsequent scene?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, I was just like, I really expect this type of stuff from Gia at this point. The moment that we saw Gia's little flashback or her thing, I knew right then that Gia was just as damaged and had as much trauma as the rest of the people that she calls her subjects, the rest of the people that she's trying to write this book about. I was just like, there's just no way. The way that she went all the way from 0 to 100, the way that she already written herself off, it was like, you didn't even have any fight in you. Like there was not one, there was no fight. There was just, this is it. I told you, I knew this was going to happen. It's like she was waiting for the ball to drop this entire time. She didn't know when it was going to happen, but she was just waiting for it. And it's kind of sad, to be honest. It's sad to see this character just wait for bad things to happen and not feel like good things can happen. How can you how can you write a book and want it to be a success and you don't even believe in yourself? I mean, at this point, you're wasting everybody's time. You're wasting all these women's time. You're wasting everybody's time. Like, if you don't believe in you, why in the world should I trust you with my story? You can't even trust you with your story. Like, it's crazy to me. And then the fact that she was going to dip out on old boy again, I'm just like, come on now. Like, and the fact that old boy was still wanting to be with her, like, girl, you need to keep him, because I don't know not another person that's going to deal with this. Not one.
What's sad is so many people present in the world the same way Gia does. And I don't even think it's something that they can control on their own. They really need help to see their value and their worth. A lot of people operate in the world just like Gia does. Kay, what did you think of this whole situation with her?
It screams avoidant attachment. It screams unhealed childhood trauma. It screams that I never really truly grieved for my parents. And it just so happens that this man who is suffering from it, and the worst thing that you can do with somebody who has anxious attachment is connecting with somebody that's avoidant attachment, because I'm pretty sure what she's doing to him is very traumatizing for him to have an anxious attachment. And the thing is that she doesn't, and the thing is, she's so self-centered, she doesn't even care about what he thinks. And I know at this point, the baby is in her body. It's all about her. But ma'am, he helped you make it. It's still going to be his. I'll call you when it's born. It's still his baby though. That y'all made knowingly.
Mm-hmm.
That y'all laid down together, but now you're trying to kick him to the curb. And then the thing is, when people kick people to the curb, at that point she's gonna resent him for it. She's gonna be like, "Oh, you wasn't there when I was in labor, and you wasn't there when I was 6 months old and went to my appointment, and you wasn't there and I had to go to my," like, she's gonna resent him mentally for something that she did and hold it against him because she did it on her own. And it creates a toxic cycle. And because he has an anxious attachment, he's still going to try to hold on to her no matter what.
Poor thing.
This
is why she's stunting her own success. I know that mentally, she is, like, she's bracing herself to be unsuccessful. That's why this writing isn't coming together. That's why this book is boring. That's why
she's creating her own toxic cycle because she has no self-awareness.
Absolutely. And you guys, shout out to the 55 people that are in the building. Thank you so much for being here for 3 Women tonight. Thank you for being here. And here's just a quick little church announcement for you guys.
Church announcement.
The service entrance is at the side.
Can't see how going south of 125th Street ever made anybody's life better.
And you're never gonna know unless you try.
Innumerable blessings, countless felicitations, thank you beyond number, and additional good stuff.
Thank you guys so much for that. Don't forget, on Wednesday, the 5K subby celebration. Wiz, we will all be in cosplay for that. And also, do not forget, and Kay, I don't have your video, but don't forget that Kay's birthday is November 1st, next Friday. We are having a pajama jam where we will be discussing Children Under the Stairs. Be there or be square. And I believe the following Saturday, we'll have a members only watch along where we'll be talking about what they vote on. Did they finish?
The people under the stairs.
Oh, okay. People under the stairs. I didn't know if they voted for The Fly or if it was that. But okay, you guys, back to my cheap chat GPT therapy. We're gonna do another one, and this one is about Maggie and y'all's favorite. Maggie repeatedly gets involved with emotionally unavailable partners, believing that she can make them open up. Diagnosis options: A, savior complex; B, codependency; C, obsessive idealization; or D, love addiction. Kay, I'm going to you first, therapist. You're muted, Bookie. Oh.
From what we know about Maggie and her alcoholic parents, this is codependency here, because she needs someone to rely on because she could never rely on her own parents, and she's looking for that, especially in an older person. Especially when her father let her down, she's looking for somebody else to rely on, somebody that feels like is gonna need her and she's gonna need them.
Okay, all right. Tyra,
we ain't got it wrong every time. So since Kay said, hey, which one you said? You said codependency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go with C and try to get my chat GP LMLP.
EJ, what say you?
Same. I'm gonna go with the same as Tyra. I'm gonna go with C, obsessive idealization.
Okay. And Kay got this right, baby. B, codependency. Maggie's tendency to pursue unavailable partners indicates a pattern of codependency where her sense of self-worth is tied to helping or fixing others. Lord have mercy. Not the.
As soon as I try to pop out and show ninjas, y'all want to go with the answer that anytime we've chose the answer we was gonna choose, y'all said it was wrong.
Lina often skips social events, claiming she feels unworthy of genuine friendships and prefers to stay home alone. Is she A, does she have social anxiety disorder? B, low self-esteem? C, post-trauma avoidance? Or D, introversion? EJ.
A.
Tyra.
He just like, what A?
Tyra.
I'm gonna go with B.
Okay, B, low self-esteem. K, what say you?
Because for the simple fact of feeling unworthy, social anxiety has nothing to do with you feeling unworthy. People with social anxiety actually want to have friendships and want to be out and do things, but they have a fear. They're afraid. They start panicking. They're worried about things. They're worried about what other people are going to say about them. Low self-esteem makes you feel unworthy that the people are actually going to want to be your friend. Now I don't know what Chat GPT got going on, but social anxiety ain't got nothing to do with feeling unworthy of friendships, but it has a whole lot to do with you being afraid of going out in public. But the robots might tell you something different.
I hope Kay says all of that, and it is social anxiety.
The robot might tell you something different, but
low self-esteem.
The way that would have made my tail.
I was gonna pick that one.
Lina's avoidance stems from a sense of inadequacy, indicating issues with self-esteem.
DSM, right? Okay, I got a pocket DSM. All right.
Rather than a clinical anxiety disorder. Okay, we got that. We back in business. See, we cooking. ChatGPT ain't wrong all the time. Period. Period. Bye, Jack. Call you when I give birth. And that was it, y'all. He said, you are terrible, Gia, but not for the reason you think. But then he didn't say the reason he thinks. She dipped out on him. She said, I got this bus to catch because she ain't got no money. Then we see Lina and her saying their goodbyes, and Lina's like, you sure you don't want to get that man a chance? That's a good man. I left my kids with him. He's a great babysitter. And she says, you know what, Lina? I love you. I love you, Lina. I said, what the hell is going on? Bye, girl. Love you. Mean it. Tyra, talk to me about this weirdo stuff.
Lord, they all need to be on a bus to the nearest
psych unit.
I mean, oh my goodness, this is terrible. I don't know if you have it in here, but Lina having her little come to with Aiden. Is that in the next slide or is this the last one?
What you mean? What you say? When
she's in the back of the truck with Aiden.
Child, I didn't even get that. What happened there? I must have blocked it out.
Lina links up again with Aiden. And
yes, she did. That slide didn't make it, but I did have it. Yes. And she was like, why didn't you? And he said, what are you talking about? He don't even remember.
The fact that she still wanted to please him. He's like, all right, girl, let me let down this truck bed. I got 30 minutes. Yeah, come on. And she wants to talk, and she clearly doesn't want this man to touch her. Like, she feels icky about it now, because not only do you not remember, but it's not even on your radar of importance to what. I think she's kind of having to come to Jesus about what that is, as well as her friends. Well, not even her friends, child. That little group. Is he think he's gonna leave his wife? I think she's having a revelation. So I think she kind of grew, kind of unsure, but I felt the next time we see them interact, or when we see Lina in the next episode, I don't think she'll be where we left her with chocolates in her mouth. I think we're going beyond that. Hopefully she's really getting some help. She needs some help too. God, what is this? She needs some help. She needs some help. It scares me that G is about to bring a baby into this world. She don't need that. All she needs to do is bring a book into this world. She didn't need to bring no baby. Okay? The way that she can just instantly disassociate and leave that man, and he's in tears. Girl, I've been sold my car, And I was like, well, when we met you in the city, it looked like you had a little piece of a job. You was, throwing money around. You left everything to follow her. You need to go to the places with them. Everybody needs to just go and get checked for like a psychiatric evaluation just to make sure everybody's okay. But all of this love you and girl, and she can't keep running forever, girl. How many buses are you going to get on? You know, how long are you going to run? You're going to have to see this man again. Call him when you have the baby, and then what?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're going to need some help. Do you have means? Do you have a place to stay? Did they give you an additional advance? Huh? At least he had a job at Kmart. He said they had gave him a $28 bonus. He could have had some diapers. He could have had, an employee discount. All right. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with these folks, but hopefully we end with some type of growth. But you said they got a season 2. Yeah, I thought they were going to be wrapping this up, and
I was praying that they were wrapping it up.
A limited series, said it was
canceled, but
for that part. For them not to be wrapping up these folks, that means we are about to linger in this trauma.
Lord Jesus.
All right.
They might be lingering by themselves. I don't know if I got a season 2 in me of this. EJ, bye girl. Love you. Mean it. What did you think?
That was too much. To be honest. I mean, Gia is just a runner. I mean, that's what she does. She runs from everything. Girl, very much so. She just runs from everything. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like this guy done came all the way out here. At least we can do is like tell him come with us. Like, we're gonna be broke together. Okay. Let's go be broke together, and let's just do it. You can probably transfer your Kmart job to wherever we're about to go. Like, I'm pretty sure that was an option, right? But that's not what she wanted. Like, she wants to stew in this on her own. She wants to do this by herself. She wants to be alone. Like, that's, for whatever reason, that's what she wants to do. That's what she feels like she deserves. It's like y'all were saying earlier, like, she feels like this really is what she deserves for some odd reason. She doesn't think that she's any better than that. And I just feel bad for Jack. I feel bad for him. And then I don't know about Lina.
I'm like the stalker, EJ.
Yeah, I feel bad for Jack in this moment. Because he stalked hard and found her, even though I feel like he will stalk again and he will find her again. But this time she made sure not to give no context clues as to where she was going, so that he couldn't like really, just get her real quick. But as far as Lina is concerned, she just here. She just here. I'm just like, I know she feels bad right now because of everything that happened with what's his face, chocolate boy, chocolate covered, I'm about to say something wrong. Yes, she feels bad about that whole situation, and she just I don't know. I just don't. Oh God, I want to feel something for Lina, but I just. It's so hard for me to feel something for her. Like, we know what she went through, but at the same time, I'm just like, the way I would have dipped out on the way I would have cussed him out when he said he didn't remember something that was that traumatic. You didn't hear about it, so you just left me. Like, you didn't. Yeah. That's not even a reason why you left me. Like, the way I would have, and then she proceeded to do. Oh God, it was exhausting
because we ran out of money for rooms now.
It's exhausting. Like, it really is exhausting. Like, you just.
His wife was asking what you was doing in them hotel rooms where this looked like on the video. He couldn't go in there no more.
It's too much. I'm exhausted.
Okay. Bye, girl. Love you. Mean it. What did you think of this goodbye? I gotta say it every time.
No, she didn't care about Lina or that man. Okay, that's just her avoidant attachment. That's why she didn't make a good friend, and that's what she's probably high on this. Miss Independent woman. I want to be a career woman and do it all by myself, and I got it. Girl, you ain't got nothing. Okay, at least he had a little Kmart paycheck. It's more than what you got. You got nothing. Okay. At this point, you got nothing. And the things that you do have, he helped you get them. And then you want to leave him. And you didn't even get it right. Then you use the only friend that the person who wanted to be your friend to get you a ride on the bus. And now she's gone too. Like, because apparently she wants to make it seem like she can do everything independently. Just because you could try to do everything independently doesn't mean you're doing them right. Doing it by yourself does not equal it's going to be the right thing. And she's equating I can do it all by myself with this is the right way to go. And it's not. You're making a lot of mistakes here. You're doing a lot of wrong here. And she has such a lack of self-awareness that she don't see it.
Yeah.
Both of them
Talk about I'm
do.
gonna choose my own pain.
You ain't got no money.
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
Yeah,
you ain't got no money. Like, what we leaving to do what? And poor
Cooking.
Lina, like I'm telling you, we gonna roll into a new season with that trauma because I thought Lina was gonna tell that man where to go, zip up her little pants, and get in her van. No, I think she slept with that man. Like
at this point,
she said
Lina
she
ain't
picking her pain.
got no money neither. Cause when she leave that man, she ain't gonna have no money either. Both of y'all sitting there broke.
Listen, Lina said it. She says it to like Pretty Girl said. She says it to Gia as she's leaving. You know, I know it's painful, but at least I'm choosing this pain. At least I'm feeling something. So she said she'd rather feel pain than not feel anything at all. That's what Lina said. Lina,
I bet when that man try to leave her, she gonna put them damn gloves back on.
I'd rather feel that light bill paid and feel that heat when it's cold outside because it looks like it's cold over there. That's what I'd rather feel.
Yeah, because she ain't getting no alimony at this point. She done stepped out the marriage. She done for she might not even get custody of them kids. She might.
Oh no, I wouldn't want her to. Let that man find another well-kept woman to take care of them kids. Get them kids a step because he ain't gonna do it. Get them kids a stepmother from somewhere.
You said probably one of her sisters. Look, let them get single. You look like a bad person. Write my story. This was the most arbitrary, weird crap that I saw this entire, well, no, not this entire episode, but the last half of this episode, because Sloane really, it didn't make any sense. She just walks, fancy meeting you here in all the bars and all the world. You stumbled into mine. Like, girl.
Didn't Gia put out an ad in a newspaper or something?
Well, here's the thing. Remember, she's met Sloane before because Gia's like, finally. So, it's alluding to the fact that they may have had a conversation and, scheduled this meeting. But who says you look like a bad person? I want you to write my story because I've been manipulating the only person in my life that I love, and I'm going to do it again. I want to do it every single night of my life. Indigenous Bay has her wrapped around his finger with those nothing a strokes, and I don't understand it. And I further don't understand why you would want this pariah, to write anything or tell her anything, Sloane. This is like a glutton for punishment. Sloane do have issues from her childhood, though, so maybe that's where it comes from. Okay, you look like a bad person. You want to write my story? And Gia talk about tell me everything.
The toxic Stevie birds J. of a feather. You try exactly. Yes, this is a whole other level of creep squad right here. We can form a whole new creep squad with these three. No, four. No, I'm gonna leave Maggie out of it. These three until Maggie get older, she keep that held the shrine in her closet. Then she can be added to the creep squad as well. Creep squad all the way. And see, the thing is, when you are consciously aware that you're doing dirt, you're gonna find somebody that you know is probably not gonna judge you because you know what you're doing is wrong. But the thing is, Sloane knows what she's doing is wrong, but see, in front of everybody else, she try to make everybody think that she's a good person. But she knows she's a crappy one. That's why she's over there throwing up in toilets, because deep down inside, she knows she's doing a lot of dirt and doing this purposely. You're grown. Nobody's making you do anything anymore. But you're a crappy person, but you go out and you put on a face, this nice face and your fancy dresses, and you go to your nice house and make it seem like you have this picturesque life. But you go and find a trashy ass person just like you to be like, you know what? You probably got a trash story just like me. Let's talk about it. Because you ain't gonna make me feel bad about what I'm about to do and what I have done.
Not a trashy person. EJ, you like a bad person. You gonna write my story, girl.
Girl. This is just crazy in every sense of the word crazy. I am interested in figuring out. I need them to go back just a few steps. I need to know what made her finally say, let me come and actually let you tell my story out of all the people in the world to tell this story. And Sloane, to me, like, I feel kind of sorry for Sloane in a sense. And when I say that, not like in a like a real sorry way. I feel sorry for the fact that you have this life that you've built, but yet it seems like nothing is satisfying to you, that you'd rather tear down other, like you're literally, y'all are supposed, like you are building a relationship with this woman, but at the same time betraying her. At the same time, your man is letting you do all the things that you want to do, bending over backwards to give you everything you want. Nobody else is going for this stuff. Nobody.
Now
Yeah, girl.
that's a narcissist
Literally.
right there. That's the personality disorder with the narcissist trait. That's Sloane right there.
Literally,
I'm a
physically.
smile in your take your man while I'm smiling, and then tell my man that I'm not even doing that. This is it. No, Sloane is the narcissist here.
Absolutely agree with that. And I just think that's the part that irritates me with her. That's the part that when I say I feel sorry for her, I feel sorry for the fact that it's not enough for you, that like Lina is longing for somebody to want and care for her. Crazy self. I'm not gonna call her crazy, sorry. Want to, I don't know what other word to use, but she's longing for that. And you have someone that wants to give you all the things, like everything that your heart desires, right? And you are trashing that whole situation. Like, I know that not Blair, whatever his name is. I'm gonna learn these names, y'all. I be forgetting it. I be forgetting all their names.
Richard.
I be forgetting all their names. But yeah, like at the end of the day, Richard, he's weird, yeah, but that's their little weird thing. Like, that's what they do. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna hate on none of the things that people do inside of their bedrooms. But if this man is doing all of these things, I mean, we haven't seen anything that Richard has done wrong, y'all. I really haven't. I don't know if y'all have, but I haven't seen anything that he's just I don't, when I say done wrong, I mean I ain't seen him slap her up. I ain't seen him just do
You
any
seen her
like
get Tyler Perry. That's what you mean. You ain't seen him do typical Blair Underwood stuff. So
Blair ain't been blaring on this show.
I think he's manipulative, though. I think he's doing all this in an effort to control. I think it's both sick. I think they both play into each other's sickness, honestly. I think he's toxic as hell, too, because he's not happy. Everything he's doing is in an effort just to keep her, but he's not happy. Like, he's doing himself a disservice in an effort, I think, to control and keep her. But I don't know. But you're right. He ain't put his hand on her. He ain't Carlos her yet.
Yeah, he ain't did none of that. And then you got that dude, you got the other dude over here who has this woman who is trying to be with him, and you're sabotaging it all for this woman who is I don't know what we call it, swinger. I guess
not a good soul on the show. Nobody's a good person on the show.
Everybody is horrible. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy to
Jack,
me.
But he's a friendly stalker.
But yet still stalker-ish, and I'm waiting on Jack. I'm waiting on the other hand to turn with him too. Like, but I think you might be right. Jack might be the one person that actually is decent enough. Besides if we overlook the stalker thing.
I feel like she gonna try to roll up on Jack, and he gonna be like, "What? Did you think I would wait forever? I'm with Heather now. All right, I'm with Heather. We're happy. Okay. Whatever I can do for that seed, let me know. But I'm with someone."
She gonna hand him the baby like Lina handed her the baby. Here.
Tyra, you look like a bad person. Will you write my story?
Why does it look like a dream sequence? I was like, what is happening here?
That's what I said.
Why is she floating in on a damn cloud?
No
nuance. And then they shot it like, just when you thought it was over, and there's Sloane. I was like, okay, this isn't the flex y'all thought it was, but talk your ish. 3 women. So Sloane's story better be great. It better be great. It better be epic. Mm-hmm. They've been stretching it out because they knew, like the audience knew, we've been here for Sloane from the beginning.
Yeah.
We've been here from the beginning. I mean, I've grown with Maggie and Lina, but the stock has always been with Sloane. And the stock has always been for how did you get her story? And we bet not gloss over that. We bet not gloss over how this came to be with, you look like a bad person. Baby, I want to see how the meeting took place. How did you talk? How did we go from not you telling this half of my business? Don't do that. And her being private and to now she's being outward and outlandish with, yeah, I did it and I do it again. I want this man. I'm indigenous and I'm proud of it. That's what I want to see. Don't gloss over it. But yeah, this dream sequence that they had here of her walking in this white sweater, we need some more. But we'll see what happens.
Apparently, that's how black people.
I don't know if you playing or not, but don't play with me. I'm not the one or the two at all.
She'll put you out, TG. Don't do that.
Apparently, that's how white people see black people when we walk in the door. Apparently, we look like we're floating, like magical people. I don't know.
Like a Spike Lee joint.
Exactly.
Like a spider.
Look all mystical like fairies or something floating it. I don't know.
Girl, look at that wig.
Goodness.
What is in the Sally Jesse Raphael is going on here? Gia
That's
is not that
girl.
old. Gia not that old. Why they keep making her look so matronly?
Tyra.
She's a
what's
mother.
next?
Stop it. She's a mother.
I'm not even going to speak to what's next because I know what's next. I look forward to what's next after what's next. That's all I got.
Okay. What's next?
What's next? They better make us care about this, and I actually hope that Gia is actually a better mom than she has been as just a person by herself. Hopefully maybe the baby humbled her and helped her get her head on straight. But the way she's sitting there ready to exploit somebody else, it's giving probably not.
Oh Lord, I hate this wig. I like Gia looked better with the long flowing hair. I guess that she's now in her mother era, like y'all are
They
saying.
making her look like Miss Frizzle.
EJ, what's next? Any predictions?
Girl, I ain't got not nail one. I just need them to get it together. I'm just ready to see where we go with Sloane. You are absolutely right, Zara. I have been here the entire time for Sloane. Okay, that's it. Because I was over Maggie. I couldn't deal with that storyline, and I couldn't deal with Lina after a certain point. I just need to see what's going to go down with Sloane, and I really want to see if Richard is just going to go ahead and leave her. I know I shouldn't want him to, but I do. I just want him to go.
Richard needs to realize his worth as a black man.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. I'm going to have one good example of a Blair Underwood situation where he was the victim. Damn it.
Okay, you guys, one more. Number 5, Sloane remains loyal to a partner who clearly manipulates her, insisting she can change him. Is this A, trauma bonding, B, emotional dependence, C, Stockholm syndrome, or D, fantasy proneness? K.
Well, who's manipulating who here?
Sloane says she's remaining loyal to a partner who's manipulating her.
Mm-hmm. I don't see it.
This is just a scenario.
Is the fusions up here for
maybe Indigenous Bay is going to be manipulating her? Maybe. Who knows?
He need a check.
Okay.
I would say trauma bonding, but they got to give us that. They got to let us know that the partner got to be traumatized too. So we don't know about Indigenous Bay. We don't know about the backstory of the man. We don't know if they traumatized.
Go on and say A.
We don't know who got the trauma.
We're just
in trauma bond. It take 2 people to be trauma bonded because a healed person don't want you.
Assume he's traumatized too.
If we assume both of them experience trauma, it's gonna be a trauma bond. But if she's with somebody who she says manipulates her, although she is the one who be doing the manipulating, she also we're gonna put. Actually, I already told y'all Sloane is a narcissist. Textbook. So that need to be.
Hey, it's a hypothetical scenario.
I just want y'all to know because she's a real person. She is a narcissist. Let's add that on to somebody who probably trauma bonded with somebody because we do know she has the trauma. We're gonna say A with a hint of personality disorder.
Okay. EJ.
Because I've been getting these wrong, I'm gonna follow behind K because we're gonna get one right tonight. Damn it. Hey.
Tyra.
Girl was looking up fantasy proneness. I was like, I ain't never heard of that. Let me see what that means. Even though it's a little self-explanatory, I wanted to look that up. What did y'all say? I said, okay, I'm just say B because I just want to be different.
Trauma bonding. Sloane's loyalty despite manipulation is a classic example of trauma bonding where the emotional connection becomes stronger due to cycles of abuse.
Kay needed information.
Look at me.
Who has the trauma? Who has the trauma? How do we know if they don't have the trauma? It doesn't state in the statement who has trauma.
They need to. This is just for the game. This is just to make it a little bit more interesting. But you guys, that was the show. That was the episode. That was it. Yeah, I don't know what episode 8 has, but they better do something because we got 3 more weeks of these women, and give us more of the moment we had with Lina and Gia. If it's more of that, I can get behind it. But if they're Tyra,
You see my face?
That's what I can stomach. Yeah, that's what I can deal with at this moment. Kay, let the people know what's going on over there at A Slice of Horror this week, other than your birthday.
Yes, first of all, shout out to Savannah State. It's homecoming weekend. Shout out to all my fellow Tigers. This week is a packed week, you all. Very, very fun-filled week. I am dropping my From Season 3, Episode 6 Theories video tonight. The live panel for From Season 3, Episode 6 is going to be on Tuesday. Y'all already know to be there. We have Ashley's 5K celebration Wednesday. The Wiz cosplay. Y'all already know. Monday, let's back it up, is Killer Con horror panel. More costumes for Halloween. Then we got the Penguin on Wednesdays as well. Then we got Thursday is Halloween, Grotesquerie. Then on Friday is my birthday. We are going to have a pajama party to talk about The People Under the Stairs. And then the following day, that Saturday, we're going to do our members only watch along with The People Under the Stairs. Everybody's membership link is on the channel. If y'all want to be a part of our blockbuster movie nights, y'all look, members that's already there, y'all better let them know. That's the place to be on Saturday nights.
I had to check in on the people from last night. I'm like, are y'all
What you checking in? Don't be checking on them folks. Y'all know what y'all signed up for.
Because I had to. EJ, let the people know what's going over there at TV Junkie. What you got going on?
Oh my goodness. First and foremost, I have all the things that you guys have going on, all the panels that I'm going to be on with you guys. And then I have two Froms actually. So I have From on Monday. And then I also have Found on Fridays. I have Zatima. This is the last Zatima. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have Zatima, and that is going to be on Thursday, right? And then I have some uploads. I'm about to start doing some off-season family business content for the people that asked for it. So definitely check that out, and then just keep your notifications turned on. I did drop the rest of the Queens because I did look at the Queens. I did finish that up. So I did drop a live on that with Candy Love. And then on Wednesday, we are going to be talking about Tia Mari's next act. So that should be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tia. She cried some more. Tyra, what's going over there with the struggle, girl? What's going on?
Kay explained it pretty well. You know, it's no need for me to regurgitate it. Be on the membership. Be on the community tab. Looking at everything we got coming up. We're here every day. Okay? Y'all know this. We know this. Y'all see it. Watch it. Support us. We're here all the time. Giving you prime time content.
Quality.
All right? Be here every day with us. We love to
like
see
and subscribe. Everybody.
Everybody.
Yes.
Everybody. Run it up.
And don't forget tomorrow we talk disclaimer, y'all. And crack was smoked or injected or however they do it. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Be sure to run up the previous live from this one, the Beauty in Black.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for there's a lot of cosplay and pajama jams happening this week. We would love to see you there. But I'm not gonna beg you. That's all.
I ain't gonna beg you, but you guys, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you so much, and we are going to close out with this, and we will see y'all tomorrow for a disclaimer. Like I said, drugs were done by the people. Lord, have the most amazing night, y'all.